Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and another video. So as you can tell from today's title, I am just going to be going through my May TBR. Now, I haven't done a TBR video in a really long time. I haven't done it since I brought back my channel this year. So I thought I would just give it a go for this month, see whether you guys like it, enjoy it or not. So please let me know in the comments below if this is something you do enjoy watching, because if so, I can do it for the next couple of months, because I am someone that does like to pre-plan the books I read each month a little bit. So I do it through my reading journal, which I haven't actually brought up, but I do like to write out the books that I want to read that month. I generally pick 5 to 6 books because I've noticed the last year or so, I kind of average about 5 or 6 books that I do read in a month. So I like to pick out that many books because I don't like to set my TBR too high, because if I don't meet it, I feel bad about myself, and that's not why we read. I find that 5 to 6 books is really quite manageable for me personally to be able to do and read. I have only picked 4 books that I do want to read this month, just because I am in a little bit of a reading slump, unfortunately. I am trying to read 3 romance novels at the moment. I am making it a vlog, so the vlog will totally be up after this video at some point, but it is like a romance contemporary vlog that I am doing on 3 books to finish off those 2 series, and I didn't enjoy the first book in the series, and it's just like I'm reading these other books and it's just I don't really care about them. So I am in a little bit of a slump and I'm not reading very frequently. So I have only picked 4 books to try and get me back into reading and enjoying it, and 2 of the books I've picked are also fantasy and they're quite thick, hence why I've only done 4 books, because I am anticipating they may take me a little bit of time to get through, especially being fantasy, and it's not something I'm really super keen on. So I guess I will just get straight into these books that I want to read this month, and then we can go from there. So the first 2 books I want to read are part of I don't know if they're series, trilogy, duology. I feel like there's going to be more than 2, but it is by Victoria Aveyard, and that is Realm Breaker and also Blade Breaker. So Realm Breaker is the first book, and then Blade Breaker is the sequel. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really know what these are about. I know I've said this in videos before, but I just really loved her Red Queen series, and that's why I picked it up. So I do want to give this one a go. It looks like a group of different people like come together. It looks like a squire, an immortal, an assassin, an old sorceress, and a pirate's daughter kind of come together because all the heroes are gone, but the fight to save the world has only just begun. So yeah, I'm expecting it to be a similar kind of story as the Red Queen series. There's some sword fighting going on. I hope there's some badass characters and I enjoy it. But yeah, I hope I enjoy these books, but they're the first 2 that I want to read this month. I actually found with this month it was really quite hard for me to also pick out the books I want to read because of the reading slump that I'm in as well. So that's also another reason why I'm keeping the books I want to read quite low. The next book I've decided I want to pick up is Archer's Voice by Mia Sheridan. This is also a book that I do want to read this year, one of the 23 books I want to read. From memory, it focuses on this small town in America somewhere, and basically it's this girl and guy. Archer's the main male, and apparently he's mute. He doesn't communicate with anyone, and I'm presuming it's like some contemporary love story. I'm pretty sure there's like a plot twist in this that had like everybody crying, so I am quite intrigued to see what it's about. But yeah, I'm interested to see, but that's kind of like, I don't really know anything about any of these books. And then the 4th and final book that I do want to read this month is The American Roommate Experiment by Elena Armas. So this is the second book by this author. Her first book is The Spanish Love Deception, which I read last year and absolutely loved. I don't believe it's like a sequel. I think it's more like their companion novels set in the same kind of like world with the like similar characters. I feel like Rosie is either the sister, cousin, or she's a friend of the female main character in The Spanish Love Deception. And basically with this one, she quits her job and then she has some issues with her apartment in New York. Now she heads to her best friend's apartment, who is Lena, but Lena has rented out the apartment to her cousin Lucas. Now Lena and her family, their like extended family, live in another country. Can't quite remember which one it is, but it's whatever country was in the Spanish Love Deception, it's this one. So the cousin Lucas is actually renting out her place and they end up sharing the apartment, and that's what this book's about. So yeah, I really loved like the first book. I thought the characters were fantastic, so that's why I picked up this sequel. Don't know why it's taken me so long to pick it up, but I am quite excited to give this one a read and see how it goes. that's pretty much the 4 books. Like, I'm sitting here and I'm kind of like, should I put some other books on this list? Because it doesn't seem like a lot, but then I also don't want to stress myself out and make myself like feel pressure to read my books, because then I don't color in the square in my reading journal and I feel bad about myself. I'm literally sitting here looking at my shelves being like, none of these look interesting to me. Look, no, we're just gonna go with those 4 books, and if we happen to read more than 4 books next month, that is great. I will love that for myself, because like I think I'm currently on 1 book for the month of April. So you guys, they're the 4 books that I do want to read this month. If you have read them, let me know in the comments below what you thought of them. Spoiler free, please. Also, let me know in the comments down below if you have any books on your TBR pile for this month and what they are. And otherwise, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!